What are the terms and conditions that must be included in the land purchase agreement? A client came to us devastated after buying land that had an old house on it. The seller had told her the house was part of the deal and could be renovated, so she paid a high price, believing she was getting both the land and a home. But after the sale, the seller returned, demolished the house, and took all the materials like bricks, iron sheets, and poles. When she confronted him, he claimed the house was never included. Since the agreement did not mention the house, she had no legal protection and lost the case. Her painful experience shows how important it is to put everything you have agreed upon in the purchase agreement. Often, there are clauses we leave out while writing a land purchase agreement. Maybe due to the overjoy or excitement one has as the purchase of land. Sometimes it is the brokers that surround us during the purchase, simply because they are eager to get their share, or even too much trust that the buyer may have in the seller, or it may also result from one's ignorance of land purchase, and this may result into missing out on the most important information of the agreement, which may affect you, the buyer, in the future. The seller or even the buyer may fail to meet the terms and conditions stated during the transaction of the land purchase. In such scenarios, the clauses indicated in the purchase agreement are your only savior when a conflict arises about the purchased land, or even when one party wants to alter the conditions. The well-stated written agreement will save the day, as well as saving you from losing your money or your land. The first clause you should never leave out in a land purchase agreement is the one that clearly states what is found on the land and who it belongs to. For example, if the land had crops like a potato plantation, the agreement must specify whether the buyer will take the crops or if the seller will keep them. If the buyer is entitled to the crops, it must be clearly written in the agreement. If the seller is keeping them, the agreement should state how long they have to remove the crops from the land, so the new owner can take full possession and use the land without any delays. If the purchased land has a house on it, the agreement should indicate who is responsible for the house. If the buyer has authority to develop the house and use it for their favorable purpose, or the seller is entitled to break down and demolish the house and take the materials like the bricks, iron sheets, and poles, all this should be clearly indicated in the purchase agreement. Purchase price and payment terms is another clause that should clearly be indicated in the purchase agreement. This specifies the total purchase price, the method of payment, and the schedule for payments. That is to say, either payment is made in installments or a single payment. It should also state what should happen if the buyer fails to clear the money in the stated period. Other clauses such as purchase price, date, block number, plot number, village, and names of adjacent neighbors, especially if the land does not have a title, are essential for creating a complete and a legally binding land purchase agreement. We strongly advise you to involve professionals during the land purchase process to protect yourself from potential legal and financial issues. At Solvent, we conduct thorough due diligence to ensure you don't fall into the hands of fraudsters. Our goal is to help you acquire land safely and enjoy it with a peace of mind. Contact us today for a free consultation.
Solvent Asset Management. We care for your assets.